at home. How much of a benefit will that be to the hockey club, considering you played 11 of the previous 14 on the road, which I would imagine would take its toll at some point?
Yeah, it's it's important. It's nice to get in a rhythm, get in a routine at home, but I think it's important we don't get too far ahead of ourselves. We got to focus on this game. You can't be looking ahead to the homestand coming up, or the game tomorrow night. Obviously, with Buffalo, they're a real fast transition team, and they kind of exposed some of our slow decision making last game. So, like we've talked about in this room, we just got to take care of the game in front of us. You're not going to get all these points back, with one game, but certainly it'd be nice to put a string of good games together here.
Which R would best apply to the team's mindset, resolve or revenge, considering what happened on Monday night?
I think resolve. I think, yeah, obviously you like to get revenge. You want to, get the 2 points, but I think it goes beyond that. We're looking for consistency in our game. We're looking for consistency nightly, not just because the team beat us 2 games ago. So, we need to have confidence in the structure we have. Confidence in the group in here, and start collectively putting a better foot forward.
Adam, what gives you that confidence that you can find that consistency with this group?
Well, I think we've shown at times that when we play the right way, when we play with a consistent effort, we're a tough team to play against. And I think with the core group we have in here, over the last few years, we've shown we can be a real strong defensive team. We've shown we can have an elite power play and be one of the better teams in the league. So it's about getting back to kind of the foundation that makes that group, and that's defending first.
What are you seeing in terms of how the goaltending's settling in without Hellebuck, and what's kind of the messages to them, knowing that you might not be getting the 2 points, but they're still putting out great efforts out there?
Yeah, our goaltending all year, historically in this organization has been fantastic. Millie's come up and done a great job, and his game and a half, and Combs has done a really good job. Obviously, if you look at their stats, they're probably not, a true reflection of how well they've played. I look at the last game, and Combs made some incredible saves in the first period and throughout the game just to keep us in and give us a chance to wake up, find our legs, and that's all you can ask from the goalies is put their best foot forward. And I think as a group we have to do a better job in front of them, limiting the grade A's that we're giving up, limiting kind of the amount of shots, the second opportunities, so that Combs doesn't have to be on the highlight reel every night. So I think Flats, Helly, Combs, Millie, they've got great awareness of where their games are at, what they need to continue working on. But I think we leave the goalies alone. They're a tremendous group, and we've got all the confidence in the world, and I think they should have all the confidence with how they've been playing for us.